Hello guys, once again, welcome back to my channel. This is Lime Bautista. If you're new to my channel, just click subscribe, share the videos, likes, and watch. And don't forget to leave your comments below. And of course, don't forget to click the bell notification below so that you'll be updated to all my new videos. See ya! Hello guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Lime Bautista. To this video guys, I will show you about Emmeline. Emmeline who undergo of surgery and anesthesia gone wrong. So what's the video guys?
This is Emmeline today. As a result of what happened to her on August 1st, she went in for breast enhancement surgery, something 300,000 women do every year. It's supposed to be low risk, but Emmeline will never be the same. Every single day for the past 4.5 months, Sonny Nguyen and his wife Lynn Lam take familiar steps to a hospital room to see their oldest child, knowing she will likely never look back at them.
You're okay. Mommy's right here, okay? Right here. Mommy's right here. You're okay.
18-year-old Emmeline will never see the family photos on the wall or the words of encouragement that seek a miracle.
So we're hoping that she does hear us. That she recognizes our voice. So that's what we're hoping. We try to believe that she can hear us, but we just don't know.
The room with the feeding tube and the oxygen machine is Emmeline's entire world for as long as she may live. It wasn't supposed to be this way.
The address of your emergency? 7180.
The emergency happened inside this room at the plastic surgery office of Dr. Jeffrey Kim.
We have a patient who was anesthetized for surgery.
Emmeline Nguyen wanted breast augmentation, but went into cardiac arrest before the procedure ever began.
She's not conscious. We've evaluated her, and we are estimating a Glasgow score of 6 or 7.
Patients with a Glasgow coma score of 7 or less are considered comatose.
What should have been a very standard procedure turned into a nightmare for her and her family.
Attorney David Woodruff represents Emmeline's parents.
She was unobserved. No one watched her for about 15 minutes. A nurse comes into the room and finds her blue.
Woodruff says the staff used CPR to restore Emmeline's heartbeat, but then he says they did something unforgivable.
They leave her there on the operating room table for 5.5 hours and don't call 911 for 5.5 hours while Emmeline's mother sits in the waiting room unaware of what's happening.
The doctor finally came back out to tell me that I wasn't able to go back there to check up on her. But she's still doing fine. She's young. Maybe that's the reason why she's taking longer to wake up.
You don't let my daughter sit there because you thought she's gonna wake up.
Emmeline never did wake up. An MRI shows permanent brain damage. Her heart works, but only with artificial help.
Our body is still there, but she's not there. So we feel like we lost a daughter.
I just want to find out the truth, what happened, and prevent this from happening to other people.
What happened, according to their attorney, is something went wrong with the anesthesia, either too much of it or administered incorrectly. And because David Woodruff says Emmeline wasn't monitored for 15 minutes, she now faces a lifetime of emptiness.
She will remain in a nursing home, essentially non-functional, with someone feeding her through a tube for the next 50 years.
The surgical center has since relocated, but Dr. Kim, unwilling to talk with the problem solvers, is still practicing. So too is the nurse anesthetist.
We need her transported to the ER. And your name, sir? Rex Meeker.
Rex Meeker, who administered the anesthesia, was sued in 2009 after a woman who sought breast enhancements died following brain damage on the operating table. That case was settled on confidential terms.
We thought that's going to be easier every day, but it doesn't. It's really hard to see her this way.
Especially when her parents look at old photos. This framed photo gallery shows her progression each year, from a little girl to a teenager to her senior photo. Never predicting a few months later, her aspirations would end on a surgical table.
I feel like she have no future left.
She always wanted to go travel the world, live life to the fullest and have fun. So I would never want this to happen to anybody. It's a horrible feeling to watch your child suffer.
An attorney for the nurse, Rex Meeker, tells us that, quote, Mr. Meeker's care was reasonable and within the standard of care. Attorney David Woodruff says complaints against both Dr. Kim and Nurse Meeker have been filed with the State Department of Regulatory Agencies, but that agency won't confirm anything unless and only if disciplinary action is taken, which can often take a year. Rob Lowe, Fox 31.
Ito ang masakit guys sa nangyari sa ating sa news ngayon about kay Emeline. Yung siya guys, under surgery siya ng breast transplant, pero yung anesthesia gone wrong. So ang ko dito guys is, bakit kasi, Diyos mio, kailangan pa kasing magpa-transplant, hindi na lang kasi makontento kung ano yung ibinigay ni God sa atin, di ba? Kasi si God naman is naman yan He make us perfectly. Yun yung pagkakaano ko. Kasi hindi na natin kailangan na baguhin pa kung ano yung meron tayo na ibinigay niya sa katawan. Kasi hindi naman tayo gagawin ni God ng kapangit-pangit Lahat kasi tayo maganda. Kaya dapat maging kontento na lang tayo, tulad ngayon sa nangyari sa kanya. O ngayon, nagka-brain damage siya. Wala na. Sinayang lang niya ang buhay niya. She's only 18 years old, guys. Tsaka maganda siya. Ay, nanghinayang talaga ako sa napanood kong video na ito. Pero ipapanood ko rin sa inyo. Kaya kayo na lang ang bahalang humusga. Yun.
She went in for a routine cosmetic surgery, but a Thornton teenager suffered irreversible brain damage during the procedure. The family's heartbroken, and they want answers. They first told their story to CBS 4 investigator Brian Moss. Brian, this poor family.
Yeah, Emmeline Nguyen went into cardiac arrest twice during this procedure, according to her family and the attorney involved in this. But they say the doctor in his office waited nearly 6 hours before calling 911 for help. This is how Emmeline Nguyen's family remembers her. Active, independent, smiling. But that's not her life now. Now hospitalized in a minimally conscious state, unable to talk, eat, or move.
It's really hard to see her like this, from perfectly healthy, really active, to being like this.
Her mother, Lynn, visits every day.
We're all right here for you. We all love you so much, okay? So just hang in there. Stay strong.
In August, the 18-year-old, who had always been self-conscious about her body, went to this office-based surgical center in Greenwood Village for a $6,000 breast augmentation.
To us, it felt safe. We didn't think that anything like this was going to happen to our daughter.
But according to this newly filed lawsuit, after being given anesthesia, Emmeline was left unattended for 15 minutes before a nurse noticed she was turning blue. Her family says medical records show she had suffered cardiac arrest.
She was neglected. That's why this happened. If someone was there to watch her this whole time, it wouldn't never happen.
Her family says personnel at the doctor's office performed CPR, but she suffered a second cardiac arrest. In their lawsuit, Emmeline's family says it would still be hours before the nurse anesthetist, Rex Meeker, called for help.
She's not conscious. What's the name of the practice? What's the name of the practice?
When an entire team of healthcare providers realizes that she's in cardiac arrest and they perform CPR on her, then they don't call 911 for 5.5 hours. That is unconscionable.
Emmeline's family says they have not yet received an explanation yet from the doctor who performed the procedure, Jeffrey Kim, or from Meeker. State records show both Kim and Meeker have no disciplinary actions, but we did find Meeker was sued 10 years ago after another woman ended up suffering cardiac arrest and brain damage during her breast augmentation procedure. He was the nurse anesthetist in that case too. The family of Emmeline Nguyen says a lawsuit won't bring their daughter back, but could provide answers.
Get better so you can go home, okay? you so much.
The nurse Rex Meeker did not respond to our request for comment via phone or text, and an attorney for Dr. Kim said he couldn't talk about individual patients. The attorney for the family says this is a reminder that no procedure is really routine. You really have to make sure you're with good medical professionals. And their big question is, why did it take so many hours to call 911 and seek more medical assistance?
5 hours? I can't believe that.
That's what they say, more than 5 hours before that call was made.
All right, thanks, Brian.
Ako, para sa akin guys, kahit naman anong itsura ko, kahit pala ako yung ganon, hindi talaga ako magpapa breast transplant, at saka kahit naman marami akong pera, naku, nakakatakot kaya, tsaka marunong ako makontento kung anong meron na ako. Pangit man ako sa paningin ng iba, wala na akong magagawa, basta para sa akin at sa mata ng Diyos, maganda ako. Yun. Yung normal kasi guys, dapat aksipin natin yung naturally beauty that God has give us. Yun yung talagang mas nakakaano na makontento tayo.
Now an update on the plastic surgeon involved in a controversial breast implant case. Dr. Jeffrey Kim is now on probation for 3 years. He has admitted to unprofessional conduct in the case of teenager Emmeline Nguyen. Emmeline suffered cardiac arrest, and it took hours for emergency help to be called in. Kim's medical license was suspended in January, but with a new agreement with the state's medical board, Kim can resume practicing immediately with some restrictions. 18-year-old Nguyen remains minimally conscious and needs around-the-clock care.
It's really hard to see her like this, from perfectly healthy, really active, to being like this.
The family has filed a lawsuit against Kim. Kim has agreed to complete a medical education program, only perform surgical procedures with a licensed anesthesiologist on site, and complete an ethics program.
You know what guys, there's a lot of cases that go viral about this beauty surgery. Yun na nga ang nakakatakot kasi maraming cases na ngayon yung mga nababalitaan natin na nagka-gone wrong yung mga anesthesia na ini-inject nila, at saka hindi maayos yung pagkaka-surgery. Minsan nabubulok na yung breast, yung mga part ng kanilang mga ipinapa-surgery, kaya dapat kasi makontento na lang tayo. Yun yung talagang pinakamainam. This video guys is happened a year ago, pero nakita ko kasi ito sa dito sa YouTube, kaya parang naano ako na gusto ko rin ipapanood sa inyo lahat. Kung sinong gustong manood lang kayo. So, yun. Eto ngayon guys, ako nagpapaalam na. Sana nag-enjoy kayo sa panood ng aking video. Salamat! Bye-bye!